So a new interview just released for Elden Ring on IGN. Some other interviews, but they are not translated, so I will not cover them. And also, I'm not gonna cover this either, because you guys probably read it already. I'm not gonna read through all of this. You probably read it already. And we probably know everything about it by now. But I'm just gonna give my opinion on some of the key points. Obviously, it's a very good review. I will link it in the description. Please read it. It's really good. Um, so yeah, this part about the lore. It seems like George R. R. Martin is the one who came with the name Land Between. Martin's influence throughout the game. It seems like it's really big. Not like writing two words and like bye. No, it's big. And Miyazaki talks about it so often in this interview. It influenced the game a lot, and honestly it shows how much the game is different. It feels fresh from anything From has done in the past. But yeah, the world of Elden Ring, the land between, are blessed by the presence of the Elden Ring and by the Earth Tree. The Elden Ring is the concept that defines the life itself, that defines the world itself. So it's not an actual thing, but it is represented by the Earth Tree, which overlooks the land between. The Elder Tree symbolize the presence of the Elden Ring and give a blessing or grace or a miracle or whatever you want to call it to the land and the people, great and small. This blessing is represented in the golden light or the golden aura. This like golden dust we saw in the reveal trail and in some areas that's specifically shown in their eyes. And this symbolizes the blessing of the grace and the grace of the Elder Tree. However, after time, there were some individuals who lost the grace and the light from their eyes, and they are known as the Tarnished. Apparently, George R. R. Martin is who came he came up with this concept. It's amazing. I love it. So we are the Tarnished. We lost the grace of the Elden Ring, and so these Tarnished uh this event of people losing their grace happened long time ago, and our ancestors, the ancestors of the Blair character, were banished and exiled from the land between. The long time after that, the Elden Ring was shattered in a historical event. So we have info about Elden Ring even before the shattering. I thought the story would begin after the shattering of the Elden Ring. Like the shattering is the beginning point, but it seems like we have much more history even before that, which is really amazing. Like it's unlike like in Dark Souls you have oh, in Dark Souls 2 and 3, oh, there was this kingdom that existed far back like thousands of years ago, but no one remembers the true origin. It doesn't matter. Like nothing really matters in Dark Souls in terms of history because everything is forgotten. But it seems like in Elden Ring there is history. There is this world like have conflicts and events and stuff, and it's highlighted here with the where is it? What the Elden Ring was shattered in a historical event. This is great. I love this. I love how they like Miyazaki specifically talked about this. So we are tarnished. Our ancestors were banished from the land between, and then after that, long time after that, the Elden Ring was shattered. So um, this triggers the return of the Lord's grace and call out to the tarnished who were once exiled from the land between and guides them back. So this goes back to the Sea of Fog. It seems like the Sea of Fog is what surrounds the land in between, and there is like other places beyond the land between, beyond the Sea of Fog. So I'm really excited. I know we're not gonna explore these lands. There's no way. The main gameplay area will be the land between, but I'm very excited about the places that is outside the land between, beyond the Sea of Fog. This is very interesting. to like speculate on. It's the same thing as Lodron. Like the lands beyond Lodron, what exactly are those lands? Like Astora and stuff like that. It was always fun to speculate about this, and this fun was lost after Dark Souls 1 because in Dark Souls 2, like it was not as strong as Dark Souls 1 because in Dark Souls 1 you had this unique world and unique kingdoms, but then Dark Souls 2 everything before died and then you have a new kingdoms like Forosa and stuff like that, but then Dark Souls 3 old stuff came back. It's not really that um it doesn't feel as unique anymore and doesn't feel as cohesive anymore. But with George R. R. Martin writing the stories and Elden Ring being a new game, a new unique game, I feel like this will be very interesting. It will be very interesting to learn about the land between, and it will be very interesting to hear about the other lands that the Tarnished were exiled for. So yeah, we come back to the land between, and this is the starting point. So I thought before that the Tarnished were like some kind of undead, some kind of character who is like a normal human, but it seems like they were originally residents of the land in between, and they in between the land between, not in between, and they were exiled from there. Um, this is very interesting. And it seems like the Tarnished have their grace back to them, like somehow it got back to them for some reason, and the Earth Tree maybe is calling back the Tarnished. I really love where this story is going. I feel like uncovering the history of Elden Ring will be the most exciting thing ever in like a From game. This is already sounding very interesting and better than anything they made. The mimic part reminds me of the door enemies in Neo, where you perform certain gesture and they like let you pass and thing. I feel like From could use something very interesting like that. So yeah, six large areas divided into the land between is divided into six major areas, with each one having a major demigod character, like a major demigod boss. And you don't have to follow the path, although the correct path will be highlighted somehow. I hope it's subtle, like Ghost of Tsushima's um, wind, not very like on the map or something like that, or waypoint. But you don't have to follow it. So non-linear progression finally happening again after Dark Souls 1, and even better than Dark Souls 1. Free level of progression and exploration. This is amazing. I've been wanting this since forever. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm very happy about this. And it seems like outside of these six large areas, like I feel like these will be the main bosses and the main things that you need to tackle. Everything else can be optional. So yeah, it seems like there will be a hub world, but not at the beginning, which gives me a feeling that there won't be a level up character, which is yes, please. No more level up characters. I know they are fan favorites, but level up bonfire is the best. Honestly, I don't want to return to the hub every time, but having a hub not from the start is also interesting. Like what kind of event in game will trigger the hub to happen or to exist? So yeah, the six mainline like dungeon areas. These mainline dungeon areas exist within the kingdom, that within the region, and within the region there will also be castles and catacombs and fortresses spread throughout the place. So yeah, the regions, each one is the domain of the main demigod bosses, And I suspect some of the catacombs and castles and fortress will also have their own bosses, which might be optional. And this is very interesting because every region will have its own story. And going to a region and figuring out that, imagine like a region having some kind of civil war, maybe, and then you find, out that like there's a castle that's ruled by the like rebellion, and like you can join them, join the faction and fight. Like imagine the amount of stories that could be in the game for 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 having these different regions. This is crazy, and everything being optional, I know what I'm going to do. Like I know exactly how my playthrough in Elden Ring will be. The game will tell me to go right, and I will go left. And I would go like to one of the hardest regions, for example, and instead of going to the main dungeon, I will go to like the fortresses, the small castles, the small ruins, the stuff, explore all of them because I know for a fact From Software will hide stuff in these that could make your life easier in the main dungeon. And some important lore stuff, some important ending stuff, and some important character events. A lot of stuff will be in there, like to enhance the main dungeon experience. I know that for a fact. I can already imagine that this will be a very exciting playthrough, the first playthrough. There will also be crafting. Don't be alarmed by this. Imagine crafting if like you run out of Estus in Dark Souls and you find some flowers and you can get one extra charge. That would be great. I think that's a great addition. Don't be alarmed by it. So yeah, it seems like there will be a lot of like magic abilities, skills even like Sekiro. You'll find them throughout the world or buy them from NPCs instead of a skill tree. There will also be some kind of summoning system. You can summon NPC enemies and like some kind of collectible Pokemon thingies. I'm not sure about that, but it seems like very interesting. I'm very happy that from hidden collectibles are actually useful to the game. Also, the big thing is you can change weapon arts between weapons. Imagine like a claymore having the shockwave of the Moonlight Greatsword. That's amazing. So many build potential. Wow. So many customization options. I will not judge stealth by this. It seems a little bit disappointing from this. Like it's a simple implementation. I will wait for gameplay because From Software tend to sometimes undersell themselves. I will not make a judgment based on Miyazaki's word here. I will wait for gameplay and see how if stealth actually affects the world. Yeah, Miyazaki-san is very humble. Yeah, this is the spirit part. I'm really interested about that. So yeah, from the rest, it seems like they're talking about the collaboration with Martin and how it affects the story and stuff like that. Miyazaki said that the story will be easy to understand, more easy, not easy, more easier to understand, but not easy. More easier to understand probably means that the characters have much story to them, that and much stuff to tell, that it will be easier for us to get info instead of just scouring through item description. There will also be stuff throughout the item description, but there will be more characters, more stuff to tell. That's amazing. It's not bad at all. Also, Miyazaki expressed that after 10 years of directing games, this really makes me very happy. I really hope that people enjoy the game. I'm very proud of From Software, honestly. This is amazing, and like I'm. It makes me happy that they are very proud of Elden Ring. I'm very happy about that. So yeah, there's also some like summary of the Japanese interview. It seems like they are confident about the release date, which is amazing. Optional bosses, I feel like a lot of the bosses will actually be optional outside of the six main demigod bosses. Yeah, of course, character creator and multiple endings, we know about that. The spirits, the uh, like there are also rather useless spirits. This is dependent, right? Interesting. Um, yeah, nothing really like everything is interesting, don't get me wrong, but there's nothing really that I feel like I need to give my opinion on. Because I feel like everything here is really good. Like full damage, for example, being low, I'm very happy about the design decision. Uh, Dying to full damage was never felt good in any of the Souls games. I get why they did it, but in a game focused on exploration, I feel like they need to listen that a little bit. A map, I feel like I will wait and see before making any judgment. If it's like Shadow of the Colossus, that would be good. If it's like Assassin's Creed, that would be bad. The actual dungeons do not have a map that's very good, and it makes me like not very alarmed about the world map being in Elden Ring. I feel like they will do it right. 30 hours, hopefully there will be DLCs. Yeah, 30 hours is good, but I feel like after waiting for Elden Ring for so long, I feel like I want more. Even though after finishing these 3 hours, I think I will be very satisfied. Yeah, there will be multiplayer during the open fields. I'm not sure if there will be during the dungeons. I hope there will be. No also multiplayer. I can see why they did that. So yeah, messages, dead bodies, obviously, but I feel like we still need more info about multiplayer and covenants and stuff like that. There are other interviews, but I'll wait for them until they get translated. And obviously, a new screenshot. I'm honestly very excited. Like waiting 2 years for Elden Ring, knowing that it's like it will be revealed someday, but like not that was my phone. Not knowing what will happen, what the game is like, is something, but knowing now that the game is that good and waiting for it, this is something else entirely. I'm not sure how I will wait until January, but I will wait. This is amazing. Everything about this game is make it sound like it's a dream game. I cannot wait. I'll see you guys. I have another video I'm working on. I was actually going to release it today, but it seems like I will wait a little bit. Maybe I will release it tomorrow because I will just release this as today because I want to overwhelm you guys with videos because the Elden Ring community is probably very busy right now consuming all the info. So yeah, I'll release the video. It's not something very special. It's my opinion on the new armor and weapon designs in the official trail. So yeah, I'll see you guys very very soon. If there are other interviews, I would definitely talk about them and give my opinions. I will leave this interview link in the description. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.